Welcome to Hospitality. My name is Stefan Zernecki of Black Tie Tours. With me, as always, local artist Cole Rogers and Wesley Jones of Tour Cascadia. And we are joined today by a special guest, somebody who was born out of the California agricultural region with wine and agriculture pulsing through his blood at an early age. He cut his teeth down with some amazing wine educators down in California as well, and got to start at a little winery in Pine Ridge, and with a guy named Gary Andrews, before coming up to our beautiful area here, working at Archery Summit, and now starting his own label, Parra Wines. We have with us Sam Parra. Hello, Sam.
Hello.
Thanks for coming on today.
Thank you for hosting me here in beautiful Joe Palmer House.
Yes, here we are, Joel Palmer House, and I'm
Right
dressed a
in front of
little
the
bit.
garden.
I'm dressed up a little bit today, because I just dropped off some people for dinner.
Because you had to work.
I had to work, and
Beautiful thing.
it's hospitality. We're just gonna roll with it.
That's what we do, baby.
It's what we do.
Yeah.
So here we are, Sam. So good to have you here. Been following you a little bit on the social media and stuff, trying to keep track of what you're up to. And so when you kind of popped up and I saw the label, I thought we gotta have Sam on.
Thank you so much. I keep as busy as possible on Instagram.
Yeah,
You do a good job,
It's
man.
Thank you.
It's a good thing.
It's actually been one of the really the highlights of through COVID of seeing your stuff on Instagram.
Yeah.
It's been really neat to follow along.
Yeah.
There hasn't been a lot of places that do a very good job with that stuff. So
I
we've
do.
been
I get it.
we've been paying attention for sure.
I get a lot of compliments on the music selection. I love music, so
Yeah.
incorporate into daily stories.
Yes.
Are you on TikTok?
No.
Okay, because
I
that's
gotta
all
get on
about
TikTok,
the music.
bro.
I don't listen to anything on Instagram.
It's your
Yes.
next marketing.
On TikTok.
Yes. A lot of my
I don't
younger
even have
cousins.
TikTok.
I don't
TikTok is
either.
Right.
awesome.
I don't either. Actually.
It's amazing.
But
I
I know
don't-
it's important, and I know it's really popular. So I think
Cal-
businesses would be wise to take
Right.
advantage of TikTok.
Yes.
The fastest growing
I know. I'm
social media platform.
I'm just using it. I'm not.
You're not a-
I've got two things on there.
I was
and
kinda
neither of
wondering-
them are me dancing.
Okay.
Just eating a lobster roll in slow motion is one of them, and I think like picking blackberries is the
I
other
think
one.
that's why TikTok's going to get banned.
because of my lobster roll
yeah.
porn.
Exactly.
So
Exactly. It has nothing to do with the Chinese.
It was delicious.
Or even a lot of
Stuff.
brands do marketing on Snapchat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My wife actually set up an account on Snapchat because all my young cousins use Snapchat, and she set up the account. I believe I've done. Is it a posting you do on Snapchat? Is it a
called a
snappy?
post?
I
Is
don't
it
know.
a
God,
snappy chat?
I feel so old.
Maybe I
think they're
did
called snaps.
one snap when I first had the account going, but yes, I feel for marketing, it's something you have to keep up with trends.
Yeah.
But right now, I just have enough time for Instagram,
Yeah.
Yeah.
being that I am the sole proprietor of Parra Wine Co.
Right.
Sure.
And co-chair of Ahivoy.
Ahivoy.
And I said it right this time. Right?
Correct.
Yes. So tell us about Ahivoy, how it got started. Yeah, I want to hear all about it.
No, of course. The founders are Jesus Guillen, may he rest in peace, Miguel Lopez, and Sofia Torres McKay. They started out just grabbing coffee in the morning at Red Hills Market, meeting at fundraisers throughout the county. And I got invited to be a part through Jesus Guillen.
Yeah.
I was volunteering in 2017 for Salud.
Yeah.
And I got him lined up with some really nice donations coming through Napa Valley.
Okay.
And then in 2017 and 2018, I volunteered for the Northwest Community Services in McMinnville, which they sponsor Latino vineyard workers going through citizenship process.
Okay.
So again, I lined up some good donations for them for that nonprofit. So it was a very natural fit when Jesus Guillen came to visit me in spring of 2018 at Archery Summit. Instead of just for me going to go visit him at White Rose, it was an honor to tour him around with my previous employer and for him to seek out and tell me about this alliance of Latino wine professionals. And Ahivoy did not have the name. It's an acronym, by the way, itself. But it was an honor to be invited by him. And the fundraiser in 2018 of Luther Community Services, he actually shared the table with Sofia Torres McKay and Miguel Torres. That was actually the first time that I met them as well. That's how we got started. We had very small meetings, but they were very meaningful from the beginning.
Yeah.
And then of course, we got the really bad news of Jesus Guillen.
A giant
Yeah.
in the Oregon
man.
wine
And
industry.
so
has sent
we
shockwaves.
took some months off, man.
Sad.
Once taken back with a person that special being lost at such a young age,
Yeah.
where I've had personal friends that had passed in their late 30s. So we began meetings again in March of 2019 between Deanna Ornelas. She works at Winderly. Sofia Torres McKay and Miguel Lopez and myself, we just again started out with really small meetings and eventually began to create the team of Ahivoy and board members as well.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
Do you mind really quick telling us what the acronym?
of course, so Ahivoy is Asociación Hispana is the H, de la Industria de Vinocola being the wineries, de Oregon, and the Y is Y Comunidad. So we are an association of Latino professionals in the industry, and to tie in the community as well with us.
Gotcha.
That's special.
What an awesome mission.
Yeah, and so you're supporting.
Yeah, so we are mentoring and we are fundraising for Latino vineyard stewards to attend a pilot program right now at Chemeketa,
Okay.
where they cover what Chemeketa offers on a credit basis. We have Ahivoy in a pilot program where they spent weeks at a time covering viticulture. They spent weeks at a time covering winemaking. And then they spent weeks at a time covering the sales and marketing and the financing of the business. So this would be a
Awesome.
fine
That's
example for, of course, right behind us is the Joel Palmer House. This would be a prime example of somebody starting out in the restaurant business and then getting intrigued and falling in love with wine, right? And then you're like, wow, Linfield College has wine courses now.
Right.
Yeah, let me look into that, those resources that are out there. Or somebody young and hungry might be motivated in the restaurant and seeing what your brother's doing here, and they're like, wow, how can I
you
start a
go.
restaurant?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, there's a small business development center in Salem by Chemeketa.
Yeah.
Just picture it about the same lineage as far as for professionals that
Gotcha.
we want to elevate the valley in general for vineyard stewards out there.
Yeah.
We changed the vineyard worker into a vineyard
Yeah.
stewards, being the stewards of
I
the
like
land.
Yep.
That's a really good. That's a really good.
Anyways,
change.
that's what we're about.
very
Yeah.
neat, man.
Yeah.
No, it's
Yeah,
interesting.
That's really neat.
And we're going to have Sophia on next week, who's going to talk
That's-
more about, I think, the
Yeah.
educational program.
I think so, and
And-
just our future goals. I
Yeah.
think that way you hear from a founder yourself too.
Yeah, that's
So-
exciting stuff. So, so we're four white guys. Have some privilege, not just that kind of privilege, but also growing up. I grew up in the industry.
Yeah.
What's our role? What do we do? How
well,
can we help?
I mentioned the Y part of Ahivoy being y comunidad, as far as we're trying to grow this into a community effort. So right now, COVID did affect us, where we were supposed to have a Latino mercado, and which was going to be a variety of wineries up in the Dundee Hills, having Latino-based food trucks and vendors at their wineries. And we were going to reach out to you or Lyft or Uber to take customers up there. And we were also going to have a fundraiser golf tournament here in McMinnville. But now our energy is focused on our first ever online auction.
Okay. Cool.
So
Yeah,
we're,
tell us
we're
about that.
yeah, we're still we're seeking donations. So for anybody in the community, I think what's really popular right now would be certificates of restaurants, would be wine donations from producers that do Zoom tastings.
Oh,
So
yeah.
we've had one great example is Thank You Lengua Franca. They donated a case, which is their estate Pinot of 2 vintages.
Cool.
Where there's going to be 6 individuals getting a pair and having a vertical tasting of these 2 wines with Tomas, the winemaker.
Awesome.
And again, the Zoom tastings are really popular right now. So for any wineries that express interest on donating wine along with a Zoom tasting, that is very popular right now.
Yeah.
Another big thing right now, I'm glad that the touring business is up and going again for
Alive.
transportation.
Yeah.
So we do have one company remaining of a certificate that we still have because some was used in the winter. We had our first fundraiser in Portland where our friend Catherine Cole hosted us at her house
Oh wow, cool.
in
That's
Portland.
cool.
Yeah, so that was a great event pre-COVID.
Yeah.
But that is what the community can do right now. Our website is Ahivoy, Oregon, AHIVOY, Oregon.org, or you can message us through Instagram, Ahivoy,
I'll
Oregon.
drop the link. I'll drop the link.
Thank
in
you.
the-
Yeah.
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 Yes.
Can do.
So that's what we need right now as far as help for the meantime. What's going on?
Yeah.
What's happening right now?
Truffle hunt package, maybe.
That would be great.
I
Cool.
got the truffle dog ready.
Excellent.
Yeah, we can do that.
Let's,
Yes.
We'll talk off camera, but
Totally.
we're in.
Yeah.
Also, okay, cool. Tempranillo, we are drinking your Tempranillo. This is the
Salud.
first salud.
God, it's delicious.
This is
So
very
good.
Right
tasty.
there.
It is.
There is
So it's a 2019, by the way.
2019 Parra
Hey.
Wine Company.
8 months in French oak. For my company, I want to make single vineyard wines from the great state of Oregon.
Love it.
I will find Syrah. I did find Syrah in the Rocks District this vintage, but I actually wanted to stay local. I'm buying Syrah from Haviland Vineyard in the Van Duzer corridor, but I have a connection in the Rocks lined up for next year as I grow. But I am taking quite a bit of growth this year.
Baby steps.
Baby steps.
Yeah.
And eventually, I do want to get Tempranillo either from the Rogue or Umpqua Valley. This is from the great vineyard of Zenith. They plant very little Tempranillo.
Gotcha.
And this year, with my contract, I did step up where I'm buying quite a bit from them
How much you
because
buying?
I plan to make a rosado of Tempranillo
Ah.
and also carbonic style.
Really?
Something fun. Something
man.
to be out fast. Actually, it's going to be a second label.
Okay.
The P logo you see right now. So Parra in northern Spain, northern Portugal, northwest Spain means vine.
Okay.
No connection to Spain myself at all, as far as my ancestors being from there. Where in other Spanish-speaking countries, vine is viñas or viña. But that's Parra is my last name, by the way. So again, and in English it would be Sam Vine, or
Very
Sam
cool.
Trellis would be my name.
That works well.
yeah. I think that's more of a rapper name, you
that's
know, like Sam
It was
Trellis.
chosen.
I just realized you guys poured me wine, and I'm fucking driving. What do you do?
Just
I'm just like,
you can
ugh.
just spit.
God
off
damn
the
it!
side.
You guys are assholes. Now I'm gonna.
I mean, I'll
I'm gonna
drink it.
stare at it and smell it,
It's too
and
good to
maybe
go to
swirl
waste.
it a little. Yeah, maybe.
But I'm glad you're
take it
enjoying
home.
this
No, it's
wine.
very tasty. Very
Yes.
tasty. So we talked to David Spector last week of Bells Up.
Okay.
Sat on his porch and he said Tempranillo might be the next big thing.
In Oregon.
I
In
feel,
Oregon.
even for this valley, we are in a very special time right now where you're starting to see more of the thicker skinned grapes now, as far as both red and white varietals. Prime example would be Great Syrahs out, which I feel next we're going to talk later.
We're gonna talk about Big
about
Reds
Big Reds.
next segment.
But, going into whites in general, you're starting to see Chenin Blanc, Sauvignon Blanc.
Love it.
And for other red varietals, I found a grower that has a couple growers that have Cabernet Franc. And as far as Bordeaux varietals, Cabernet Franc does have the thinnest skin versus Cabernet Sauvignon
Yeah.
or Homer Simpson's favorite wine. You know, are you a fan of the Simpsons?
God, it's
Do you know
been
what
years.
Homer Simpson's favorite wine is?
No.
It's Petit Verdot.
That is a dad joke.
That's pretty bad.
Bad joke for
horrible.
sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
love
I had to bring it on. I had to tell it today.
Steal that.
But that's
Don't steal that.
No, that's interesting.
Copyright right here.
Yeah.
T-shirt coming
We're
out.
growing varietals here that are not necessarily the big bigs, but the
Right.
tweeners that are going to be
Yes.
maybe in 10 years if
Right.
it continues to warm.
And again, I feel that's why you see so many companies from France in California moving in here.
Right.
They're setting up shop for the near future.
Yeah.
So I feel I love Pinot Noir myself, but it's going to be great to embrace the variety that you're going to see out here soon. And anyways, I'm excited with my contract with Haviland. He has other varietals there as well that I actually don't really want to talk about because
Save it.
my business is
secret.
based more on a mailing list.
That's a tease.
So
That's a tease.
exactly. So with a mailing list, my top customers are gonna have like my secret wines that
Love it.
How do you-
that
how do you
I'm
get
not
on-
that I'm not even gonna post on social media.
How do you get on the mailing
top
list?
Customers, right?
Yeah, how do you get on the mailing
You're
list?
on it automatically today.
How about our
Right.
viewers?
Can we share it with them, or do you got to
of
buy
course.
one?
Get on the mailing
Sorry
list.
for the
There you
viewers.
go.
ParraWineco.com.
Okay.
PARRA Wineco.com.
We'll link it.
Get on that.
And go onto mailing list.
Get the secret
Get on
sauce.
it. Exactly. Line up for the secret sauce.
All right,
Yeah.
secret sauce. On that note, we will be back in just a moment. Discuss some big reds. Welcome back to Hospitality. Now is the time of the show where we talk about a top 5. Today, top 5 wineries for big reds.
Big Reds. Yeah.
Now, not just winery. These are not wineries that just have one big red. We're going to get to that after, but
Right.
places where you can go and they specialize.
You have a multitude of Big Reds.
You're done with Pinot.
For the people that say, yeah, give me something besides Pinot, these are the best spots.
Well, and
Right.
as a caveat, some of these places do also make great Pinot,
totally.
but they have more to offer than
the focus
just
of the
Pinot and
program-
Chardonnay.
focus,
Right.
or there's more than one. Especially again, if you call ahead.
Yeah.
Like, people call ahead if you want something specific.
Also, this is why it's valuable to have a tour guide or someone who knows the valley.
Yeah.
Not pimping out our services at all, but like
Call the insider.
if you have something specific in mind, we can find it for you.
Oh, I had a great
literally the
experience with
job.
that
That's
yesterday.
all we do.
I could talk about that later.
Yeah.
Tailor the
My
experience.
guests
for them.
over here want to come on. They want to come on and talk.
We'll do an after hours. segment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're fantastic. Anyway, Wesley, number
Yeah,
one.
Dominio 4 is one of my favorites. I'm a little bit partial to it. My wife worked there for a little while, but that meant that I drank their, day olds
exposure.
for
Yeah.
a good
House wine.
9 months
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
a year. Tempranillo, they're still pouring 10s and 11s. They're getting from Mosier. They have a Syrah Viognier inverse,
Yes.
which is a co-ferment. So you have Viognier with carbonic fermentation of the whole Syrah berries, which is
Wow.
super cool. Their Syrah is fantastic. I'm a big fan.
And Dominio's, their service is excellent. It's a
Yeah,
beautiful,
and-
beautiful
Yeah,
setting.
yes.
And you're in
They're
a really
easy to
cool,
work
like,
with.
old
They're super
farmhouse.
cool.
It's a fun time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
a good spot.
Definitely a recommendation.
Well, and they can
yeah.
do, we've talked before, like high-level education to casual tasting. They can do the entire spectrum.
Yeah.
Yeah, good spot. And you can have a drunken barn dance there. Because
Oh,
they've got a
excellent.
big barn.
And
Who
a
doesn't
couple
like
of
that?
barn
Yeah.
owls.
Yeah, barn owls.
Yeah.
Cool.
Natalie's Estate. Small.
Boyd Tea Garden.
Yeah. Awesome winemaker. They have some of the best parties in the whole valley, by the way. Their club parties are amazing. But yeah, they do big reds from Umpqua,
Oh, boy.
Southern Oregon area. And yeah, they're making these really beautiful, probably some of the bigger reds that you're going to find in the valley, cabs, Syrahs. But yeah, they just do a really good job with the program, and they also make really good Pinot, as Wesley said. They have like I think 1.5 acres or 2 acres of Pinot on site,
Okay.
so they have an estate Pinot.
Right.
But the program really is focused on those other things you can't find in the valley.
Right.
So yeah,
Yeah, no, Boyd's great and, again,
and
flexible.
what a
and-
personality.
Oh, he loves
Boyd's
to
got
talk.
yeah, Boyd's an awesome dude.
All right, we have a sneak attack. Sneak attack. Come on, say hello.
Come on.
Say hello to the audience.
This is what shooting live looks like, folks.
yeah, this is what it's all right.
Anything can happen.
What's up, guys?
This is
Hi, everyone.
part of my crew.
Oh, this way?
There we go.
yeah.
Part of the crew. We're driving around for a couple
Hello.
weeks. Say
Hey,
hello.
guys.
How you
What's up,
doing?
everybody?
Hopefully
Welcome,
I can
welcome.
Say, there we go. Say hello to everybody.
Come to Oregon.
There you go.
There it is.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hello.
Yeah. How's Stefan? How's Stefan?
He's awesome.
Fabulous.
Awesome.
Nice and close
Okay.
to the mic.
Awesome.
There.
Stefan's
I want to
awesome.
know. I want to know how much he paid you to come out midway through dinner. To,
This man is
He
connected.
told us not to, actually.
We
we don't listen very well.
Exactly what I said.
Yeah,
This is
we don't
bonus
listen.
material.
Yeah.
This is Sam. He just released his
Hi,
first wine.
Sam.
Is there any wine
There we
to
go.
for them to take?
Oh, we do.
Or to take?
We'll leave a little.
All right.
yeah,
Well,
something.
we got it. All right.
Thank you, Sam.
Tempranillo.
Tempranillo.
look, you'd be dumb to not order a case.
There you go.
That's
Where do you live?
We live in upstate New York, Saratoga Springs, New York.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you guys heard of it before?
Of course. Horse racing?
Yes. Oh, okay.
There we
go.
Horse and wine go together, right?
Absolutely.
All right. Perfect.
Yeah.
We were just talking about Big Reds.
We like big reds.
Do you?
Yeah, I know you do. Yeah,
Yeah,
but you like the Pinots too. That's why you're here.
We like it all.
You
we
like-
like it. We like
You
it
like if
all.
it's in the glass.
If it's in a glass, we like
What are you
it.
drinking?
Right now we're drinking a Beau
Frere?
Yes, Beau Frere.
The
Upper
Mandarin.
Terrace?
Yes.
Okay.
What year?
The large format.
Wait, what year?
1999.
Why in the hell didn't you bring the bottle out?
Yeah.
Oh, go get it. You want some?
Yeah.
All right,
Hell
okay,
yeah.
bring-
Yeah.
So go bring the bottle for God's sake.
All right.
All right.
That sounds like a plan.
What do you think about it so far?
You know, what we learned today is that Pinot Noirs, oftentimes people don't think about them aging well.
Right.
And what we've learned is that they age extremely well. And that
Yeah.
they can become even more interesting.
Yeah.
And so we met, Matt is a neighbor and a friend. We met in
converted.
1999.
Okay.
And we raised our children together. Our families raised our children together. So it's so.
And then
in
Prince-
What a
1999
commemoration of
And then Prince has a great song of 1999.
1999, exactly. Thank you. Yep. Party like it's 1999. Some of us still remember that.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
graduated high school.
Oh,
I
oh.
believe I heard that
Making
song.
me feel good.
Oh, absolutely.
I was 9.
You were
I thought it was
9,
the end of
yeah.
the world.
Compelled to try it. Large format. I mean, come on.
I like your style. That's
Yeah,
good. Go
we-
big
we
or
had
go
to
home.
But yesterday, Stefan took us to meet Chris at Roots,
Hell yeah.
Chris Berg.
Our
Yeah.
buddy.
a living legend.
He is.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a
podcast.
He's a mad
he
scientist.
is a mad scientist.
Cluster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cluster. Yeah, we like cluster.
I can be a front man for Cluster. That's for sure.
Cluster. And he also taught us about CBD.
Did he?
Yeah, yes.
Are you
the,
hooked?
the merits of CBD, how it interacts with wine tasting.
Yeah.
And that it can lead to a better experience.
Yeah.
We were very excited about
You learn all kinds of things when you
Right.
hang out with Chris.
Now,
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the great state of New York, do you have access to CBD yet or no?
Do we
Did they change it? Yeah, they just changed it.
Yeah, I think they just
About
changed
it.
This
Yeah,
year,
man.
I think, or maybe late last year.
Yeah.
Too medicinal.
So you guys gonna just invest in some property here and have a little vacation rental or something?
Well, we're just going to live with Stefan.
okay.
He and his 3 children.
I'm picking Chris.
Sure.
Stay here. I'll stay at Chris's place.
It's a big house.
He's got a big house. He
I'm the
wants
next
us.
door neighbor, so
Yeah.
you're gonna have to put up with me.
Oh,
And that's
Chris-
Ian. That's Ian over there.
Ian, you don't know what we're
That's a
going to
good-
Canada Beach with Ian if he heals. All right, Ian. You know you want a piece of this. Come on. Admit it, Ian. You want a piece of this.
This sounds like a party.
We're only going to send him 100% though. Otherwise, it's
All right. We're not, otherwise, poor Stefan has to leave his wife for. Do you feel guilty? You feel a little guilty. Get well fast. Otherwise,
the Airbnbs or the hotels in your game right now, so we'll
we've
see.
been threatening to crash the podcast all day. So
I'm glad you did.
I think you're gonna make this
This is
episode
gold.
have 100 more views.
yeah, it could be. It
Yeah.
could be. We could.
We'll just
yeah.
be friends and family, but what the hell, right?
Look, if we get 6 more views, it's
Who do you
okay.
think's watching it right now?
What happened?
Yeah.
What happened? They don't want you to.
Oh, they got the hook. They got the hook.
Oh, they weren't going to let you walk around with the wine.
That's
That
okay.
makes
Hey,
that
That's
makes
all right.
sense.
We got to respect the sommelier.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
do.
save us a sip, but well, save them a sip
Hello.
anyway.
What's your name?
Cheers. I'm Stacy.
Hi.
Stacy,
Stacy.
nice to meet you.
Stacey?
Are you brothers?
No, my brother is in there.
Oh,
He's the
because
cook.
you two look a little bit alike.
Thank you.
There we go. That's
Hey.
appreciate that.
Wait, do we look a little bit?
Sam's a good-looking guy.
think we
I don't
look
know.
A little bit like. I wonder how is that?
Cole's my brother-in-law.
Yeah.
His oldest sisters.
Oh,
Very nice, very
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen, it is my wedding anniversary. As much as I would like to hang out with
Happy
you,
You have
my wife might she might not
probably
like that.
shaking her head
So I will.
However, we can stay.
I know that. All right, welcome back after that lovely interruption, which they're
that
fantastic.
was
I've been
amazing,
driving
actually.
them
Yeah.
for a couple days, and we've continued driving for another like 10.
I
So,
want to hang out with that guy
oh,
for a long time.
bikes Mike's
Ian, I'm
fantastic.
coming. I'm gonna drive down to Cannon
He's having a
Beach.
ball. He's having
down?
living
I'm gonna
living his
take
best
2 days
life.
off, and we're coming to Cannon Beach.
Good thing you have the spare room at your house.
Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently he's moving in.
I want him on the porch.
I'll
I
take
almost called him up last night, like, Mike, what are you doing? Let's have a drink.
Yeah.
But, oh,
God, if you do, let
All
me
right.
know.
So we got two more. Two I want to talk about also. Leah Jorgensen Sellers. She does Loire Valley wines. She does a Sauv Blanc, but also then
Chenin Blanc. Yeah, too, huh?
she what's the crap?
Cabernet
Cabernet Franc
Franc.
is what. Yeah. She's
Let's
known
be
for.
frank about it.
Let's.
Dad joke.
There it is. She's fantastic. I like her wines, and I really. She's done it the right way. She's come
Where
up,
can you taste her
know.
wines?
You have to call them. You have to
Okay.
call them, and I think they have a house like I think outside of Newburgh, and you
Yeah.
just go taste at their house.
God.
Yeah,
Nice.
sweet lady. And then what was my other one? I can't remember.
Zerba?
Look at the phone.
Zerba.
Zerba,
Yeah.
yeah.
Zerba. Yeah.
They've got a nice variety of big reds.
All
They've-
from Walla
They've
Walla,
got
correct?
Cab. They've got Merlot. Yeah,
Yeah.
but they have the tasting room in downtown Dundee.
Yep.
They make
So-
everything from A to Z. They make a lot.
Yeah, literally
Yep.
Ada
Yeah.
Zerba.
A to
and-
Zinfandel.
Yeah, exactly. It's a whole gamut, and definitely again, like if you're pooped out on the Pinots, they're right there.
Yeah. Or if you're local, like, and you just want a variety.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
exactly.
Check it out.
Exactly.
Yeah, downtown Newburgh has, I think, wow, do they still have the one? Bravura.
Bravura?
I've never had it.
I haven't
Is it
either.
any
It's
good?
3
But I know
blocks
they
from our house.
It's
to
3
find.
blocks from our house. I
But they
know. I walk by
do serve
literally
big
every day
reds.
on the way to
Because
Chapter.
it says
We'll
big
go.
bold
We'll
reds
check it
in the
out.
sign.
We'll
So-
report back next
Yeah,
week.
that's all he makes.
Well, yeah, we will.
So he's making big reds. We need to
Have
give
you had
him
those
a-
wines?
Need
I
to
have.
taste his wines.
Yeah. You can plead the fifth if you.
I
want.
always end up just going to Andrew,
No, I was a
which
big
is right
fan
next
of
door.
like them?
Petit Syrah from Lodi,
Okay.
Okay.
and then a few Bordeaux varietals from Washington.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
And I actually heard from one of my friends who works in the industry that I believe he's making some sort of Italian varietals, Bavura.
Oh, okay.
But don't quote me on that. I'm
God,
big on
here's
remembering
3
that.
guys in the industry talking out our ass right now.
Well,
I
that's
don't
what
know
we do.
anything about
Yeah.
big reds hardly, so
Well,
that's why I'm glad Sam's here.
we're discovering.
Like I said, yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna get
through
to
the
that
grapevine.
more.
I heard that.
Yeah.
Sam
there you go.
Gervasi is here for you.
Thank you.
Thanks, buddy.
Sam Givesi. You need a shirt. Yeah. And Sam, last one.
Yeah, Kano's Feast. They happen to
Oh,
be my great daytime employer.
There you go.
I work there Saturday through Tuesday.
Gotta love it.
Absolutely love it. Patrick Taylor, the winemaker,
Okay.
has been there a long time. So they source 85% of their grapes from Columbia Valley, ranging from Rhone varietals as far as Syrah, Grenache, Cinsault, and then Italian varietals, Sangiovese, Barbera,
Yeah.
Nebbiolo, a inspired Super Tuscan blend, and then blends in general and Bordeaux varietals. Everything.
Damn, got it all.
Malbec,
Yep.
Petit Verdot, Cabernet Franc, Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot.
I don't get to Cana's Feast a lot because it's downtown, because it's an in-town tasting room.
Yeah, it's
You know,
next to the
it's
Carlton
there.
Winemaker Studio.
Right. But I people come back to me all the time and say
Right.
how much they
Yeah.
like it. They
Well-
throw a good party. I've
Yeah.
heard,
No, yeah, great food for
Yeah.
more geared for the wine club parties. But just wanted to inform you that we are building an outdoor pergola. By the way, a pergola.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Yeah, just to offer more outside seating. And-
Well, and
Yeah, COVID. Hey, you
my
gotta-
my
gotta make it
4-month-old son's first day of wine tasting
yeah, I just
was at Canis.
I
Feast.
just hosted
Sam
one.
hosted us. It was great. We were outside. We were
Yes.
Send me
away
those
from
pictures.
people.
yes, the baby
Yeah.
had rosé.
Yeah,
You gotta get
Gotta-
start him young.
Gotta start him young.
breast
Yeah,
milk,
exactly.
rosé.
It's not gonna be a good winemaker if he
Right.
doesn't get a palate right away.
Right.
Exactly. So, big reds. You've made big reds. You've made Pinots. What would you say is kind of like the main difference when you're making those, but in the process?
I feel it's more of the post production on the aging process.
Oh, okay.
For some that are making Pinot, you know that you're going to be in the game making some revenue back about a year,
right.
compared to other varietals where you're going to be waiting between 18 and 24 months to see any investments coming back at you.
Huh.
So that part is a bit of a patience
Okay.
of waiting. But as far as the making side, yeah, I mean, Pinot Noir is a shorter process in general. As far as the first phase of fermentation,
Okay.
where on Bordeaux varietals, it takes a bit, or other thicker skinned varietals, it takes a bit longer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about the process a little bit, because in Oregon we hear from our big red producers, yeah, we brought our fruit in from Mosier,
Right.
from Walla Walla,
Right.
from the Rogue River Valley. What actually does that process look like? How is it? Refrigerated trucks? Is it dry ice? What does the process look like when it gets to your production facility? What
I'd
are the
say for
differences?
the ones that are in that process right now,
Yeah.
it is a big factor as far as the difference on the cost, renting something that's air condition controlled
Right.
versus just going there and throwing some dry ice and driving back. I mean, for Columbia Valley in some parts is only 3 hours.
Right.
Yeah.
And so is the same, I think it's the same distance for parts of Southern Oregon. I was this close on buying Syrah from the Rocks this year. And I can speak about Seven Hills Vineyard because I'm going to stay in touch with them for next year to buy Syrah, where I decided to stay local here with Haviland Vineyard in the Van Duzer corridor for Syrah, more because it's a free delivery
Yeah.
for him. It's 30 minutes away from the co-op that I'm at versus myself renting and driving 3 hours each way.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
can
no,
be
gotta make
the
those
timing
choices.
can be very
Tough
tricky.
choices.
Yeah.
But again, there's many wineries that we spoke about today. You know, Natalie's Estate.
Yeah.
And my employer. Versus Zerba. I mean, they're out in Walla Walla. They have a winery. They have a tasting room
Yeah, it's all there.
Right.
But yeah,
satellite.
anyways, that's my input on logistics.
cool.
I have technically have not transferred grapes yet for my company from other AVAs.
But you got it. That is an important factor as far as if you're thinking about making big reds.
Oh,
like
yeah,
Boyd,
but
you-
also for Parra Wine Co, I'm going to showcase single vineyard wines from the great state of Oregon.
Yeah.
That it's not just reds, by the way. I scored a ton of Albarino this year.
Oh.
From the South Salem Hills. Yes.
What's
It's
I don't know that, what's that like?
it's One Heart Vineyard. Their brand is One Love Cellars.
Okay.
They're in Turner.
One love. Okay.
Yes. Have you tried Albarino?
No, I don't think I have.
It's a
know anything
Spanish
about it.
varietal.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
What's it like? Was it like?
It's between a Sauvignon Blanc and a Riesling.
Sign me
Oh,
up.
okay.
Good.
Yes.
Very nice.
Where is it?
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, for our viewers, we've referenced the Rocks two or
Correct.
three times.
Correct.
Where
The
is
wrestler. You smell what I'm cooking?
Smell what the rocks are cooking. Yeah.
Milton Freewater.
that? Okay. Cool.
On the Oregon side.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you have nearby beautiful Walla Walla,
Yeah.
covering both Oregon and Washington side.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. Well, we're gonna take a break and
Yeah.
come back and discuss what's beautiful and what's brutal,
Yeah.
Segment 3 coming
and
up.
story time with Uncle Cole. Uncle Cole?
Excellent.
I'm so used to calling you Uncle Cole. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Hospitality. Now's the time where we discuss what has been beautiful and what has been brutal. Cole, lay something beautiful on us.
So, we all really enjoyed the Wine Crush podcast collaboration with Biscuit and Pickles. Dustin Joseph teamed up with them and Hazelfern Cellars into this awesome cooking class on Instagram. They did it live, so for one of their episodes, and they cooked this nice risotto, a peach cobbler. They sent out these boxes
So
for people to follow along and cook along with them.
Yeah.
I just thought it was a really, really great COVID activity, honestly.
Yeah.
They've done a really good job being creative.
Yeah. So shout out to
Dustin
the other
Joseph.
podcast. And,
Yeah.
and Dustin Joseph. It seemed
Right.
that recipe he cooked up and all the food he made, it looked
For
really good.
Ahivoy, for our winter fundraising at Catherine Cole's house,
Okay.
we hired Biscuit and Pickles.
Really?
And Joseph, you hit it out of the park, buddy.
So Biscuit and Pickles is a local catering company. Wine Crush podcast, another local podcast.
Yeah, we can link them.
Yeah, and Hazelfern we've had on.
had
So
on the show.
Yep.
our friends and yeah, we love seeing that kind of stuff.
Yep.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
What's been brutal?
Oh, brutal? Or we're gonna go back and forth.
What's
We'll do. Let's
We
do
got more
beautiful,
beautiful.
first. Let's do beautiful
Let's
first.
knock it out.
Beautiful. Our visitors are a good example from earlier of people coming into the valley and being happy to be here and willing to play by the rules.
Yeah.
I've seen it just getting better and better.
Yeah.
Honestly, people are understanding that like the price of admission, if you want to play and feel a little normal
Right.
for a while, you're just gonna have to wear the mask,
Right.
and you're gonna have to play by the rules.
Right.
Right.
So that's one thing, and then also these folks have plenty of disposable income, and they like I was telling them about. Restaurants are struggling to stay open because they only have so much seating and da-da-da.
Right.
And, we're only running 50%. And Mike was literally like, well, we're here to stimulate the local economy. I'm like, great.
Right.
Yes.
God bless you. Thank you.
Right.
Because, for them, it's, they get to enjoy themselves. And for us, man,
Right.
getting a little support now is
One on the
huge.
winery side, we're seeing folks that normally would be doing international travel that are sticking to domestic travel. One, because their visas just aren't worth shit right now. They actually can't leave
They
the
literally
States.
can't.
Right.
Except
Yeah,
for
they
two
were going to go to
countries.
Italy. They go
Right.
to Italy every
Yeah.
year.
Right.
Here they are.
The folks that I'm hosting, that's the story I hear over and over again. Spain, Italy, France. We're in the Willamette Valley, and we're loving it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
we wouldn't have thought to come to our own backyard, but now that we're here,
COVID's
we're
helping
already
build our base.
planning
Yes.
our next, 3 trips. And I've called all the girls, and we're going to do, so.
It is. No, it's awesome. It
You know-
really is a good shift. And the local people, I mean, like we talked about before, that are finding the places in their backyard as well.
Right. All the folks coming out of Portland that maybe only made it to the Chehalem Mountains,
Right.
the Hawksview and those kind of
Or
places because it was
Ponzi or-
right because it was
Yeah.
close.
Close.
Right.
Are venturing out a little further,
Yeah.
and we're seeing folks that are really falling in love with
We
what they have
appreciate the
access
support.
to.
With God's consent.
Yeah,
Yes,
thank
big
you.
time.
And as we lose light, brutal.
Yeah.
The mosquitoes that are out right now.
Mosquitoes. We're trying to wrap up. No,
Yes.
what's breaking your heart, Wesley? Lay it on me.
Oh.
God, Stefan.
Let's
The
not over that.
Blazers.
It's not over yet, Wes.
Injuries. Damian Lillard sprained his knee. We don't have Zach Collins. We don't have Rodney Hood. We don't have Trevor Ariza, and we're losing to the goddamn Lakers.
Yeah, fuck the league.
It's
Well,
like
there was
all
so
of the-
much hope.
You're
I
a
remember-
Lakers fan.
I
you're
remember-
from California.
I remember all the Western Conference
Warriors.
Finals with Sabonis, and my
Yeah.
dad just yelling at the TV.
Yeah.
Because Shaq would
Oh, remember this-
brutalize him.
Yeah, just
I mean, it was
Shaq
no-
running down the court doing the wings after
Yeah.
dunking over Arvidas
Right.
Sabonis and being like, "Oh,
Sabonis
that's
throwing
my
his
team."
mouth
That's
guard 30 rows into the.
God, I learned at a very young age that Portland was
I
not
learned
the
that
dominant team
rage
in the
was
NBA.
okay in sports
Rage is
just
okay.
by watching my dad respond.
So I'm a Sixers fan. I'm gonna get to them in just a second, but I'm on the Sixers fan pages on Facebook, and you know those guys, and they're on there like
real reasonable
salty
people.
Philadelphia folks.
a week or so ago, they're like, Blazers are my new team.
Really?
Yeah. Well, you got one more game to
Dame
watch,
is
and that's
killing it.
tomorrow.
Like, okay.
Well, Dame's more Philadelphia than anybody on frickin'
Oh,
Philadelphia
Dame
is.
Yeah.
Dame is a killer.
Yes.
He's
Yeah.
stone cold. And I'm like, just wait.
Yep.
I'm on the West Coast. They're my West Coast team. Don't count your chickens before they hatch.
Right.
And sure enough, the Blazers are letting us down.
Yeah.
But the Sixers are so bad. They got their coach fired this week. Rightfully so.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
breaking my heart.
Man, it sucks because the Blazers. If we had a healthy roster,
I mean, maybe.
it'd be different.
They're
taking-
I mean,
Or they're just the
Trevor
Blazers.
Ariza, Rodney Hood.
I think
Or just
so.
the Blazers.
Yeah.
God.
Right.
West.
'Cause the
Okay,
Lakers are
let's talk
missing a
about the
couple
Western
really
Conference
important-
Finals last year. If you want to talk shit about the Blazers,
Hey,
God.
There's plenty of material.
getting
I'm
defensive.
sad about it for sure.
Hey, if the Eagles can win a Super Bowl, the Blazers can win an NBA championship.
All right,
That's
that's
true.
not.
So-
That's a false equivalency.
Well, I'm trying to help you. Die. All right, Cole.
Story time.
Story time with Uncle Cole.
All right, Sam. This is a story about. Well, it's about the Allison.
Oh God.
And it's a really awkward situation that I was in, that I found myself in.
Cole and I worked at the Allison
Yeah.
together,
Okay.
Okay, so
and I've
background.
never seen him be so embarrassed as when he
Oh no.
ended where he's going to end in this story.
so awesome.
So I was driving for this company called Black Tie Tours.
I've heard of it.
They have a crazy owner, but I make money.
Devilishly
Yeah.
handsome though.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Driving this group, 2 couples, take them around all day. At the end of the day, they realized that I work at the Allison, and they were staying at the Allison. So I had the day off on Saturday, and I was working on Sunday at the Allison. So I had driven them on Saturday, shift on Sunday. Sunday morning rolls around, they're checking out of the hotel. So they call down and say, we want Cole to come up. I'm like, oh yeah, we got to know each other yesterday. We did have a really good time, and they were like, you're great, you know. Asked me to dinner the night before and everything, but so I'm like, cool, you know, going to check out with them, and I'll grab their luggage, probably get a fat tip.
Mm-hmm.
So I go up there, I'm putting the luggage on the rack or on the cart, and one of the guys, out of nowhere, starts asking me about celebrities' leaked nudes that have been recently coming out. And I'm like, nah, I haven't seen those, man. Like, sorry, I'm not
Not
really,
my
not really
jam.
my thing, but yeah.
Yes.
Plus, I just want to, like, there's a whole group of people here, you know?
We're busy. It's a Sunday morning.
There's another
checkout.
couple, and his
Slinging
wife
bags.
is standing right there.
Okay.
So, of course, he pulls his phone out and goes, "Oh, I got him right here." And he's holding his phone in front of me and flipping through these nude photos. And I'm just like, wow, yeah, crazy. Like,
Cool, man.
I
Where's
saw-
your
I saw
bag?
her and, whatever.
Yes.
So he's flipping through his photos. His wife, completely naked,
Yeah.
is the next picture. And I'm like, oh. And he goes, oh, that's just so-and-so. And she's standing right
know.
there. And he seems to not be bothered by this. And then he goes to the next one, and it's her again.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, all right,
So
well.
she has a big grin on her face.
Seriously, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm now petrified. And I'm like, I gotta get downstairs. all kind of panicky. And then the wife is like, oh, of course, now that you saw that. And I go, no, not like that. And then I'm like, okay, I'm going to stop talking altogether. There's no winning here.
There goes your tip.
So I,
How
yeah.
is the baggage?
So I go downstairs and I'm telling Wes and these guys about this. And everyone's like, oh my God. And then they come downstairs to check out. And the guy who is the other couple, he just walks over to me and puts his arm around me and hands me a $100 bill. He's like, I'm so sorry, man.
Yeah.
I didn't even say goodbye to the other people, you know. but-
Somebody knew it was up.
yeah.
Get me out of here.
When you work at a hotel, you never know.
You never
what's
know.
gonna
They
happen.
wanted to invite you to the swingers club.
That was
Wesley
very
got
much
some
what that.
stories.
That was
Yeah.
exactly what
We'll
that
get
was.
in.
Yeah.
Get your beard massage.
We'll get into that
Right.
in future
He
episodes.
wanted to give you a different type of tip.
Right, exactly.
Ayo.
Hey.
All right. Well, if you enjoyed today's episode, like, subscribe, share.
Yeah, and follow Sam. It's a
Follow
good dude.
Follow
Sam
me.
Yeah.
and Ahivoy and
To my Spanish speakers, sígueme.
There you go.
Sígueme. Also,
There you go.
I'm trying. What does that mean, Sam?
No, that was perfect. my
Okay,
friend.
good. All right. We will see you next week. Thank you so much.
Cheers.
Adios.
That's it.